Okay, my friends. A special good afternoon, Trinidad and Tobago. All our lawyers, listeners, all our fans on Facebook, TikTok, and those of you who are locked on via the social media. Allow me to take this opportunity to thank each and every one of you wholeheartedly for supporting our program on this beautiful station, Sentinel Media Broadcasting, where we highlight, my friends, those of you who are locked on, where we highlight the atrocities that is perpetrated upon you, the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago, via non-performance by the relevant agencies, namely the government of the day, the opposition of the day, and those agencies that has been instated in such a manner to make the life of the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago pleasant and welcoming. My friends, those of you who are locked on again, I would like you all to take this opportunity on your behalf as our mouthpiece to share this video to your friends, to your relatives, and let them know for a fact that they have a voice. This program, Hard Facts, is aired Mondays, Wednesdays, and Saturdays. I am your host, Imam Rashid Karim, and my co-host is Mr. Premchand Baldeo, activist, lecturer, and again, my friends, a very, very good human being. We are here collectively trying to identify the anomalies that takes place on a daily basis. We have lots and lots of videos. We have lots and lots of messages that were sent by you, the loyal listeners, and those of you who might be a little bit scared to really and truly call us. But again, I would urge all of you, those of you who are locked on, to call our number in studio 740-3347, or you can call us at 372-2129. Those are the numbers that you can reach us if you have anything that you would like to discuss that is of relevancy, that would bring some sort of relief to you, our normal citizen, and to the normal citizens of Trinidad and Tobago. So, Prem, I want to take this opportunity once more again to welcome you as part of this program, Hard Facts. Prem?
Thank you very much, Imam. A pleasant good afternoon to our wonderful people of Trinidad and Tobago, and to those of you who are tuned in on the World Wide Web. I say Assalamu Alaikum, Namaste, and a cordial welcome to our program, Hard Facts, streamed live on Sentinel Media Broadcasting. It is once again indeed an honor, a privilege, and may I add a blessing to be sitting in the company of the revered, the illustrious, the learned, the humble, the people-centered Imam Rashid Karim. Imam, thank you so much for having me, sir.
Welcome, Prem.
Yeah. Imam Rashid, my friends, is the CEO, the Chief Executive Officer, and the Managing Director of Sentinel Media Broadcasting. Everything that is said in this station is true, it is unedited, and it is hard facts, Imam.
Correct, is right.
It is the sole truth. Okay? So, in hard facts, any topic, anything that is affecting your everyday life, this is the forum for you. Do feel free to call in. Feel free to express yourself. You don't have to be a university graduate to speak on this program, Imam.
Exactly.
In your own words. Say in your own words. A lot is taking place presently in the political arena. Okay? And I am sure the Imam has a lot to say on that. So, Imam, with these few words, I thank you and I hand over to you.
Okay, so again, those of you who are locked on, my friends, we would like you all to interact with our program. And again, just for those persons who feel that, they would like to make a statement, and that statement would be on the negative or on the positive, feel free to send it for us, because I told you all before, every statement is a good statement to me. Whether you criticize, whether you say things that is of a negative tone, really and truly it doesn't bother me, because I know for a fact, and I know my intention, and Prem know his intention. Our intention is to be here on this program to identify the anomaly. Sometimes individuals will come on our show and maybe they just came in and they don't understand the crux of our discussion, and they would like to make contributions simply because they are biased and prejudiced. And our station is not for that, because I tell you all something, and I'm telling you this abundantly clear. I do hope and pray that you all understand this, right? I do hope and pray that you all understand that this media house, Sentinel Media Broadcasting, is available to anybody, whether you are PNM, whether you are UNC, whether you are PEP, NTA, MSJ, that's your prerogative. You have a right to voice your opinion. Whether it is for or against the government, that's your rights. So those persons who feel that they are going to make comments on this program and get away with it, I just leave it alone. Reason being, it clearly indicates the intellectual capacity of individuals. When a person would make blanket statement and he would write on his on our comments here statements that maybe he gained some pleasure in it, but really and truly, Prim, you would understand this. We are doing this wholly and solely for the pleasure of our Creator, God Almighty, right? And if you don't understand this, then I mean you have to really and truly get a platform, because I'll tell you something. For example, many people would say that, you know, the PNM have destroyed the country, right? They are saying that the PNM have destroyed the country, right? But the point of question here is, what did you do? What did you do as an individual? Did you just stay just like what you are doing now and messaging via fake profiles? Is that your way of solving the problem? Why can't you just come on the station, Sentinel Media Broadcasting? You don't have to pay 1 black cent. Prim? You don't have to pay 1 black cent. Because I'll tell you something, how this station run, it is by the grace and mercy of God Almighty. We have 1 or 2 sponsors, yes. We thank them wholeheartedly. But those sponsors cannot have a studio like this running and functioning. Alright, so my friends, those of you who are locked on, as I begin our program here today, those of you who are locked on, you are invited. Those of you who would like to make comments, those of you who would like to come in the studio and maybe do a promotion for your party, you would like to do something to identify and to let the general populace know what is taking place. Because I tell you all something, there are people who have already booked. The PNM candidate have already booked. The PEP and the United Farmers Association, I am going to give them the opportunity. United National Congress, you have been given the opportunity. Those persons who are going up for election, whether it be for the Felicity Endeavor, whether it be for whatever budgets that you are vying for as the party representative, you feel free. You don't have to seek permission. You don't have to ask. Maybe you can do that. That is the rights of the party. Seek permission and take the media, take the coverage here, and we are going to do your promo for you. We're going to identify and tell John public what you are going to do if you are elected. That's all we're asking.
Imam, it is very easy to stand behind that camera or to text messages. Okay?
Yeah.
That is very easy for anybody to do. But to come here and exercise your intestinal fortitude,
exactly,
and stand up to your word, be a man. Don't send what you call sarcastic messages.
Exactly,
right?
exactly.
Without any foundation.
Yes, you see, the problem here is a lot of people lamenting on the way the PNM run in this country. Okay, but you know something? If you are a fan of whatever party, and you know the call is made for you to go outside there and protest by the Red House, or protest by maybe the diplomatic center, or protest by the hospital, or protest anywhere to show your solidarity with the party, you don't have time for that. You don't have time.
Not only time, they are very fearful.
No, fearful is one. Yes. They just coward and they're just lazy.
Yes.
And they want to sit behind the throne
and enjoy the fruits of other people's hard labor.
Yeah. Let's take a caller. Yeah. Caller, go ahead.
Caller, good afternoon. Welcome to Sentinel Media.
Yes, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir.
Yes, sir. We live right now?
Yeah, we live. Sir. You are live.
Okay. I want to continue the topic on the racial discrimination this Prime Minister make with his gun affairs. This man need to give this public the nation an apology on the air and written too. Because he don't know what he's doing. He something wrong with he. This man have every people disturbed right now about this kind of thing he's saying in the air.
But caller, I just want to mention something to you again, right, caller? Just last month and maybe a couple months back, you're going to realize that there were many activists that are so-called PNM. I don't know if they are PNM or what they are. And they had made very racial and discriminative statements against the East Indian community, specifically to the Hindu community when they spoke about sari and all these things. And that just went down and nobody said anything. Nobody said anything. So the point here is the Prime Minister have made statements, and I have seen a lot of people on the different social networks, and they are making comments challenging the Prime Minister that those statements those statements are statements that should be avoided, especially when you are living in a country like Trinidad and Tobago, multiracial, multi-religious, multi-ethnic. Right? So
caller, let me ask something. How does this statement made that you're referring to, made by the Prime Minister, is affecting you as an individual, as a family person, and probably in your job? If you wish to elaborate on that.
Listen, I am an East Indian, right? I applied for a firearm, the estate firearm, 3 firearms. About 10 years ago, I never heard nothing. Right? I know people of African descent get firearm, lose it within that period of time. I can't hear nothing of mine. So how come it have raciality? And the next thing is, all these little boys who play one another and all kinds of things, where they get any firearm from? Somebody issuing license for them?
Okay, yeah. Kola, those topics that you're bringing up has really and truly a lot of merit. But again, one of these days, we are going to have many people coming into studio, and we are going to ask caller like yourself, we're going to keep your number, we're going to ask callers like yourself to come and have discussion with them live in studio at the Sentinel Media Broadcasting headquarters.
We appreciate that very much.
Right? Headquarters.
Anytime, man. I ain't afraid, nothing like that. Anytime. Just a quick, the next thing is about East Indian people, Hindu people. We parents bring this tradition with us. When they come here, they come with the dhoti and the sari and the whatsoever. Right? They pass it down to the children and the grandchildren and things. Now, for some reason or the other, we don't appreciate it anymore. Why we don't appreciate it? This is our heritage. We come with that. And my grandfather come from a state of Bihar, a very poor state in India, and I am proud of that. Because that state used to be the first the first United States of the world ever take place. Right? So, I don't know. We have a nice legacy and a nice heritage to go with. I don't know if anybody else have their one, but I ain't giving up on we one, and I am not putting down my culture for anything else, because when we come here, we come with that. Nobody gave us that, or nobody programmed that in we had. That was here with our grandparents, and it's something we're supposed to carry on with now.
Exactly. So
okay,
thank you, caller.
Thanks again so much. Thank you for your call.
Thank you for calling. Again, so those of you who are locked on, this caller has raised this issue last week with us, and simply because of we are the host of this program, Hard Facts, and we try to be as balanced as possible, right? In the sense that we would like to hear other callers making some statements whereby I don't think only that statement would have affected the caller, right? There were many statements made by other callers and other activists when it comes to racial discrimination and all those things. And I would have wished that statements would have come out of the agencies, especially MAT media and all those places.
But Imam, the caller is calling on the Prime Minister to make a public apology. All right, and he's within his rights.
Exactly.
Ask for that, right?
Exactly. So again,
as I say, what is MAT doing about it? What are the different relevant bodies?
The agencies need to come out and say something and identify with the populace of Trinidad and Tobago. Not only when they are in need of something or their agencies need something, they would resort to maybe making balanced statement and so forth. And when it comes to approaches that will cause distraction, in this case, it is the political scenario of an election that is coming up and dividing the population. That system of divide and rule has been instilled in many nations before, presently, and maybe going to continue. So we have to be very careful. we can't be dragged in or sucked in into debates and deliberations that would cause more harm than good. But the caller made a positive statement that he is really and truly traumatized by that, because that statement really and truly, it is erroneous, and he gave examples stating that there are people of African descent and East Indian descent and maybe other descent that has application for firearm, and they would have also gotten the nod, or maybe they would have not gotten the nod. All right? Yeah. So again, my friends, Prem, go ahead.
Okay. What I grasped from the caller in the last day we were live, right, is that his family is of also mixed races now.
Yeah.
And he's feeling really, really bad about that statement made by the Prime Minister. In other words, there is a lot of tension within his family circle and business circle also.
Okay. So again, as we continue, those of you who are locked on 740-3347 or 372-2129. I'm making a clarion call to all political entities in Trinidad and Tobago. If you all would like to be on this program, Hard Facts, or you would like to maybe do promotion for your party, and maybe you would like to tell people about what you all are about and what you all are planning to do and how you are trying maybe to bring some better condition for the citizens of this country, feel free to call us 740-3347, whereby you can come in studio and we can do those ads for you at a minimal cost, of course, a minimal cost. And again, we can be able, if you want to have dialogue on this program, Hard Facts, that is a free program. You can come sit with us, and maybe Prem, myself, we can ask you relevant questions, and the callers.
When you come, just be yourself.
Yeah, and
be expressive. Speak the way you speak. Be comfortable. Be calm, and you will be live.
Exactly.
Okay?
So again, people who are listening to us, and there's a lot of people listening to us now via TikTok, via the Facebook Media House. We are here live. We have our own program. Those of you who have Fire Stick, the channel to find us is channel number 10. That is where it is programmed. Those of you who are locked on. And again, feel free. You can Google us, Sentinel Media Broadcasting, whereby you have the voice. Housewives, persons of interest, farmers, fishermen, those persons who are traversing the pathways every single day, and you are ostracized by the deplorable conditions of the road. You are not satisfied with the health facilities, whether it be hospital, whether it be the immigration, whether it be police service, whether it be governmental agencies, immigration, what have you. Feel free to call us 740-3347. But please, if you do call us and you are identifying something, make sure that, or ensure that you have some proof to back it up. That's very important, because by doing a certain thing, by making allegations, and those allegations, because I can make allegations here like crazy, but these things that I'm going to show you here today is not allegations, my friends. We are talking about, I brought it up, and Prem brought it up with me for the past month and a half. We're talking about maybe 40 days, right? You would have noticed, my friends, those of you who are locked on, that there were many major heinous accidents on the roadway. Major accidents where many persons have lost their lives. And the question begged to be asked on our program here today, why are these accidents happening, right? And I tell you all something. Number one, and I want to really and truly dissect this, I really and truly want to do some sort of forensic. For example, that young lady who died, who ran off the road and died, right?
That's the latest.
That is the latest.
Can you bring it up?
We're talking about yesterday morning accident, right? The person was maybe going to work, maybe going from work, and I tell you all something. And I wanted to draw a little conclusion here in our program, right? Number one, it is those accidents are happening because people are not conscious of the gravity of the situation when there's depression on highways. Depression on highways, when a person is driving approximately 60 to 70 miles per hour, right? That vehicle that weighs approximately maybe about close to a ton, right? Close to a ton. With that speed ratio, the weight value of that vehicle on the road surface is just mere pounds. That is the reason why you will find vehicle flying when they go down in a depression and they cannot be controlled. So my friends, again, those of you who are locked on, feel free to call us. You can call the number 740-3347-372-2129, and we can debate this. Maybe a family member of yours had died simply because, I tell you something, people are not checking this. You are driving your vehicles, right? And you are continuously driving on those bad roads. Your steering ends, right? Your ends and all these things are getting slack. It is about time that many persons go, they go across to their mechanics at a regular basis, Prim, and really and truly ensure that all the ends and all those parts, those moving parts.
And braking system,
yes,
most important.
and all those systems are really and truly in check. Because I tell you something, I am taking it to assume for myself, I could be wrong. Those of you who are locked on, feel free to call the numbers that I've mentioned to you all. Depressions,
for kids.
right?
Pauline
Potholes, bad roads,
high cost of vehicle maintenance.
right? And I'll tell you something, people are, because of the high cost, a man might go to the mechanic, right? Let me just use an example here, Prim. A guy might go to the mechanic and he just recently purchased this vehicle for 25,000. And you know how people is today, they're not true with their words.
Yes.
They will tell you, oh, it's only to buy and drive. This is the ad. The ad is just buy and drive. And you don't buy this vehicle today, you buy this vehicle 1 week after, something drop off, another week after, something drop off. When you go to the mechanic, right, and the cost of that repair is so much dollars, sometimes you'll compromise, say, okay, next 2 weeks I will fix that. But you have to use the vehicle to go to work and so forth. Now what you are doing, you are compromising your life.
Yes.
Because I tell you something, you are driving because of these bad roads. I want to use, is there any other word that we can use for bad roads? Because I think we have gone, normally people say the wasa.
We've gone to the extreme.
Yeah, we've gone to the extreme, right? It means to say that bad roads, really and truly, the license office and the license officers in the roadways, they should be issued a ticket. They should be issued a ticket. I am making that clarion call. They should get a ticket. You know why? Because they are seeing atrocities being perpetrated to the citizens of this country, namely bad road. And they have to use these bad roads, but they might be fortunate enough that they could be able to purchase a vehicle ever so often. Because you know what I'm talking about. The underlying factors in it. They could be able to do that because of the benefits and the perks of their job and so forth. But my friends, those of you who are locked on, I'm asking you here today, call this number 740-3347-372-2129 and let us know, have you all not sorted out in your own mind and realized by now that a lot of accidents is happening in this country within the space of just about 6 weeks, right? That's number one. So those of you who would like to call us, feel free to call us on that point. Secondly, my friends, we have brought it up in this program, Hard Facts, where we spoke about the Shogunas Borough Corporation, right? We spoke about the Shogunas Borough Corporation. And I want those of you who are locked on, we're going to take a break.
Yes.
And those of you who are watching us, look at the condition that we have been speaking about for the past month and a half. We have been lamenting, we have been telling you. So when you see all those deplorable roads and you see all those things happening and accidents and so many people are losing their lives and so many things are happening, one of the line cause could be this that we are going to highlight when we come back from this break. Alright, so we're going to take a break, and when we come back, we're going to further discuss CBC, Shogunas Borough Corporation.
So, my friends, welcome back once again to the program Hard Facts, viewed live on Sentinel Media Broadcasting. I am your co-host, Premchand Bale. With me in studio is the Reverend Imam Rashid Karim. And Imam, before we went to the break, you said that when we come back, we are going to view something about the Shoguners Borough Corporation.
Yeah.
Are we ready for that?
Yeah, we're ready.
Okay, Director.
But just before we do that, Director, just before we do that, just want our listeners, our loyal listeners, and those of us, and those of the persons out there who have been really and truly following us. We have approximately 7,600 people following us on the social media network. And for you all, for your information, those of you who are locked on, our studios, Sentinel Media Broadcasting, we have gotten 7.6 million views. 7.6 million views. And you would realize it clearly indicates that this station, Sentinel Media Broadcasting, is doing something good. Because 7.6 million people would not just come into your different profiles to just play. They are coming in there because they know for a fact hard facts is being disseminated. So
and they are posting good comments.
Yes, producer.
Yeah.
Let me see those.
Let me have the video.
All right. So those of you who are locked on, I want you all to look at the CBC graveyard. That is the Shoguners Borough Corporation graveyard, right? That is where the vehicles are parked. And you are going to realize when you look at the condition of those vehicles. Let me just give you an example. I'm in the hardware business, right? And you would know when machineries or when anything is being used, it would not be rusty frame. And if you look at the arm of that bucket, and you look at the back of the buckets and the graders and all these things, you are going to realize that something is wrong there. That those machines are not working. And if you would have been listening to me, those of you who are locked on, you would have realized, hold the video there. You look at the steam roller, right? You see that big roller there, the drum?
Rust.
Look at the other one in front. Look at the bucket of this mini excavator, right? You're going to realize that those are the things that we have been speaking about for the longest while. Look at the bucket on the other excavator there, the other mini excavator. And you're going to realize, my friends, that all those equipments are derelict. All those equipments. And how can a borough, Shoguners Borough Corporation, function? How can they go and repair roads? How can they go and patch potholes?
And clean drains.
How can they go and clean drains? How can they do that? How can they maintain savannas, right? Recreation grounds. That equipment, that piece of equipment there that you are seeing at the background, that piece of equipment is the mower. That's the drive-on mower, what normally goes and cut the recreation grounds, and even so much so places like, that schools and all these things that they normally
so, Imam,
service.
let me ask a question here. All those vehicles are unserviceable, right?
Well,
what type of management, what type of administration does the Shoguners Borough Corporation have that they receive a budget every year or every 6 months? I can't say, right? And these things are just standing there, not being fixed and not being used. What type of that management?
It clearly indicates, Mr. Prim, it clearly indicates that something adverse is not right there. Something is totally wrong. Because I tell you something, one of the videos, I think you had a run back that day for the population. All right, that's it. Pull up this video, the other one. Remember I was telling you all that there's one backhoe where a tire is lean up. See if you could pull that up a little closer. All right, you will see exactly what I'm saying. So when we talk about hard facts on this program, those of you who have been following us, those of you who have been listening to, look at that. I said this, Prem, you remember?
Yes,
I said
on
that
many occasions.
The tire
is
of the
leaned up.
backhoe is leaned up on that backhoe. And maybe all it needs maybe is a bearing. All it needs is maybe a tire. And things like that, basic primary necessities could have been, utilized to get those machinery on the road to work. But it seems as though, as I said before, many persons, they just don't care a damn because they would realize that, hey, this is a government thing. We don't care. We work it, we break it up,
Imam,
we mash it up.
It is the government, but you are put there to take care of it and have it serviceable and working.
Yeah, but Prem, how are we going to instill that in the hearts of people today? When they realize they're going to work, as we highlighted last week, in the San Juan Baratara Corporation, right? We talk about ghost gang. We talk about people who are going to work, and they're getting traveling allowance and they're not going to work. And there are people who are, they have maybe position of checkers and all these things, and they cannot even fill the timetable. All these things are happening, and that is happening because, my friends, we look at bad management. Bad management.
The burgesses of the Shogunas Borough Corporation, they are the ones who are suffering, right? Due to these machineries not working, right? And someone should be held responsible.
Exactly. And it's
Shogunas Borough Corporation are UNC Borough Imam.
Yeah.
Okay. Those machineries are unserviceable for probably months, maybe a year now. What is the political leader doing about that? Is she aware of that?
I think she's fully aware of that.
She has to be aware of it.
You can't be having...
Because your people are suffering, Madam Political Leader. Your people are suffering.
But Prem, I'll tell you something. I reached to the point here that blaming the political leader of the United National Congress doesn't really make any sense.
I am not blaming her, Imam.
Right.
I am informing her.
Right. And another thing, if we continue blaming, it would reach a point whereby people will be, they'll just get annoyed. Some of those persons who are ardent supporters of maybe the United National Congress, or maybe so much so the PNM, we are really and truly buying into a project here whereby we would be devastated at the longer or the shorter end of the staff. Right? So our objective, as I said before,
is to highlight it.
We are here on this program Mondays, Wednesdays and Saturdays, not because we don't have anything to do. I want people to know that, right? I don't want people to feel that we don't have anything to do and we just jump in some garment and we come here in studio and we just old talk. No, this is not old talk. We are here. We want this country to be better. We want the ruling government. I can't go and have a coup tomorrow and oust Dr. Keith Rowley. I can't do that. I can't go and take ammunition and guns and take up 15 or 14 people and go and say we're going to overthrow the government. We can't do that.
There's a democratic process.
So the point,
the ballot,
yes,
not the bullet.
Yes. So the point here is, those of you who would like to make change, number one, those of you who would like to see change happening, stop lamenting at home. You have a phone. You can call us and tell us what is happening. Is Dr. Keith Rowley doing his job? Is the Shoguna's mayor doing his job? Is the opposition leader doing... as a matter of fact, any agencies that is supposed to be doing maybe items that should bring some positivity in the lives of citizens of this country, and they are not doing it, here is your platform. This is your coup, where you can come here, you can stand, you can sit in your wheelchair, you can sit in your sofas, you can lie in your beds, and you take up a phone, dial the number 740-3347-372-2129. Don't be afraid, don't be scared. Tell us what is happening, so that John public would understand clearly, because somehow or the other, people tend to believe that everything is going good because they have food, they have electricity, they have Wi-Fi, and they have a job, a stable job. So they feel that everything is good going outside there.
But those people are short-sighted and very selfish.
And we are saying to you, those persons who are not working, those persons who are dependent on a food card, those persons who need assistance, you have to come out here and call the relevant agency via us. We can be your stool. We can be your stepping stone in reaching those persons. The sister, as we talk about that, the sister who needed the social welfare document came in, right? And we are working on that ASAP. We're going to try to call the relevant persons who we might have some connection with and let them know, well, here what, this sister needs to get help as soon as possible, simply because her condition is really and truly bad. Really and truly bad. So again, my friends, those of you who are locked on, we are dealing with issues. We are dealing with relevant issues that can bring about change when it comes to policies, when it comes to the living of our country and our people.
Imam, while I was coming to the studio, I stopped at Tahrir Road and I shot a video. Director, can we have that video, please? This is Tahrir Road, Pier Road, next to the cricket ground. Okay?
Stop that right there. My loyal listeners and those persons who are really and truly following, especially this cave-in, this slip here, you're going to realize that job was done recently.
Look at the white line painting.
Yeah, that was done recently by the Shogunas Borough Corporation. I don't know if it was a contract that was tendered, and you know what, the line leaking there, you notice water leaking, wasting.
Well, I was told that the line was repaired, but here I see water is flowing
I
again.
see the blue line there, water is leaking there.
So there are 3 videos. Can we have the 3?
Go ahead, Director.
Right. Imam, I was told the mayor was there Monday. He visited the site Monday and probably made promises to the people. I don't know, but this is what is happening. Where are the people going to walk? The pedestrians, the school children, taxis, and other vehicular traffic. That is a disaster waiting to happen, Imam.
Exactly,
okay?
exactly.
And Mr. Mayor being there and making promises is not enough. Get there, get your people, and repair that immediately. And if you look, Imam, the other part of the road is on its way to go down into the tree.
Yeah, so Prem, let us be real on this program, Hard Facts, right? Just supposing the mayor went in and they have caucus and they said, okay, we're going to take a decision. We are going to take a decision to repair that road. Where are they going to get vehicles, Prem?
But the backhoe is down.
Not one, many backhoes is down.
Many,
Where
yeah,
are they going to? Are they going to tender?
And they never have money for material.
Yeah. So what is going to happen?
Okay.
So maybe all those projects, maybe if residents would clamor and they would maybe make a representation to the central government, maybe assistance will be forthcoming, as many people would say. But my friends, again, you and I mean, that's a natural disaster. The mayor didn't cause that, right?
Yeah.
We know that. The mayor didn't cause that. So mayor, we are saying you caused a natural disaster. Maybe other disasters will come that maybe you will cause, right?
But Mr. Mayor can do something to
But again,
fix it.
you are the only person who is legitimately
Let me have the other 2
in the
videos,
borough of
Director.
Shogunas at this present time who are holding office, the mayor of Shogunas.
Okay, we had the other one. Okay. There you see the road, the middle of the road is also going in, Imam. Just now it will become impassable if something is not done. So, Mr. Mayor of Shogunas Borough Corporation, we here at Sentinel Media, we are calling upon you to use your good office and to have that situation rectified as early as possible on behalf of the residents of that area. We thank you, Mr. Mayor, in advance.
Okay, so another thing for the mayor to understand is that that landslip belong to the area that it is his budgets, right? So that could mean either or, whether you get their votes or not. So maybe as soon as possible, ASAP, the mayor of Shogunas should start rectifying that, because I tell you something, that is an important project for you, because that will either lift your voting capacity or it can take that to the lowest low. All right. So once more again, those of you are locked on 740-3347, 372-2129, and this is your program Hard Facts, where we are discussing issues. We are discussing relevant issues that is affecting you and affecting the people of Trinidad and Tobago. We're going to get calls from Tobago because I have some people there. They are saying to me that, Imam, they have sent photos to me, but the problem with it is that they send the photos, but they didn't identify the different location, right? And so that's a problem. So the callers who calling me, please, as I said on many occasions, the number to reach me is 740-3347 or 372-2129. Do not call this number, please, because I would not be able to answer this call. All right, so we're going to take a break, and when we come back, we're going to continue on our program, Hard Facts.
So, my friends, welcome back once again to the program Hard Facts, viewed on Sentinel Media Broadcasting. We are live and you are live also, coming into your homes, into your cars, into your phones. It is a beautiful, beautiful afternoon here today, Wednesday, at our studios, and with me is the Reverend Imam Rashid Karim. He's a man who champions people's causes. He is a people-centered individual, a very loving, kind, and humble person. If you know him, if he did not possess those characteristics, I would not have been sitting here with you, Imam.
Right.
Okay? So we share the same
sentiments.
We have the same values, and we are here to highlight your cause, to highlight what is affecting us, and we are here to prepare a country for the next generation. Imam?
Okay, so just to remind people outside there that Imam Rashid Karim has been an imam and is the present imam of the Felicity Mosque. He has a Jama. He is not want to be imam, number one. He don't want to be an imam. He is an imam. I was the imam in Shagona's Mosque for approximately 10 years. We moved on to Felicity where we established our own Jama. And inshallah ta'ala, we have a very, very big blooming and blossoming Muslim community in the heart of Felicity. And again, for those persons who would like to really and truly pay us a visit, and maybe you'd like to come down to the masjid and see the masjid and see the members and have some sort of communion with us, feel free to do so. Okay? So this is not want to be imam here. Right? So just for the records. Again, my friends, those of you who are locked on, many of you would have been reading the different newspapers of the day. And you are seeing that asylum seekers, right? Asylum seekers, and that would have been namely the Venezuelans and those persons from the South American Peninsula, places like Tocopita and Merida and all these places. They have been denied, according to Justice Frank Sipasad, if I am not wrong. He has mentioned that Trinidad and Tobago really and truly doesn't have any legitimate legislation when it comes to persons seeking asylum in this country of Trinidad and Tobago. Matters not, we are signatories in the accord. Again, that is very, very important. We're going to do some research on that, and we're going to bring that on our Saturday program. That is because a lot of people, and basically I am going to get a person who abogado, a lawyer, a Spanish lawyer, to come on this program for Saturday, and maybe that lawyer could identify some of the challenges that those persons are plagued with at this present time. So look out for that. Those of you who are locked on, we have a special South American episode on Saturday, whereby we're going to have a lawyer going to dictate to us and tell us some of the legislative, when it comes to legislation for those persons who are seeking asylum from Venezuela to Trinidad and Tobago. That's number one. Number two, again, my friends, I just want to take on a better note, because all the time we have been speaking about accident, we have been speaking about bad roads and pothole. Just a gentle reminder to you all, we have 27 persons sent in photos, right? Our contest is still on. Producer, maybe you can show that. Our pothole competition is still on, and we have received approximately 17 photos.
Repeat that again. What competition is it?
Our pothole competition. Yeah, our pothole competition, and that competition is still go on and on and on. And the thing about it, right? We are going to be so democratic. We are not going to just give you a result like a pick a pan. We're not going to, because you don't know what it has in the pick a pan, what it have underneath, or what it have on the side. You don't know. We are going to number all those potholes, and we're going to number it 1 to maybe 20. And we're going to highlight it on our show. And we will ask our audience outside there to select a number, and maybe you can text that number to us for the winning prize, right? For the winning prize of the biggest and the deepest pothole where a person resides in Trinidad and Tobago. And let me tell you something. That contest is original and has been done by Sentinel Media Broadcasting, namely Hard Facts Programming. Yes. All right?
Imam, during the break period, I was looking at your series of events sheet,
yeah,
and I saw one name 3 times. Devika. What is that supposed to mean?
Okay, what happened is
just to be inquisitive.
Just to let John public know what we are talking about. Devika. We have 3 individuals and the three persons have the same name, right? And one of those persons, one of the Devikas, is a person who went up as a candidate and they were not selected. And she was saying that she was discriminated upon and she would like to air that on this program, Hard Facts. I told her, bring up your documents and we're going to do that. Secondly, we have the PNM candidate for Felicity Endeavor. There's another Devika, okay. Devika number 2. And Devika, she came in and I think she did a segment here. She did an ad. That is one, and maybe she will be coming in
again
other time to explain, you know, what is it that she are planning, and a team of volunteers and all those persons who are with her. Her campaign team would be here, identifying, you know, what they are going to do and how they are going to transform, how they are going to assist the people of Felicity. That's number 1. Number 2, and number 3, there's a girl by the name of Devika Thomas. I know her very, very well, and she has been agitating under the banner of the United Farmers Association of Trinidad and Tobago, and now they have come in collaboration with PEP, that's Philip Alexander, that's the PEP party, and that is another person who would be coming in here. I would ask her, I would give her an invitation, because that invitation already went out. It went out to all the parties, NTA, PEP, MSJ, UNC, PNM, and if there's any affiliated parties, again, and you would like to come here in studio, Hard Facts, and maybe tell John public outside there what you are going to do to make that drastic change that could bring about some sort of tranquility, peace, harmony, better living, better conditions for the citizens of your country, Trinidad and Tobago. So an invitation is given to you all. You can call us. You can be live in studio with us. You can have, you know, a hookup where you can be home and you can be connected with us on this program, Hard Facts. Right? So Prem, there's many, many things that we can talk about. Plenty things. But again, I just want to take a special opportunity to thank Jude Jones. Right? That's a young boy who did very, very well at the SCA exam. Very, very well. And when you look at the stories behind it, he had a broken wrist, and he went there, he braved the condition, and he went out there and he did his best, and he topped when it comes to SEA. So Sentinel Media Broadcasting would like to say hats off to Jude Jones. He attended the Ramai Trace Debe Hindu School. So again, hats off to the principal, the teachers, the parents, and all those persons, even that person, the van driver. Sometimes we tend to forget. The cleaners of the school, all those persons need to get kudos and be recognized, because I tell you something, a lot of people today, right, we only understand with the tree, when the tree fall with the last chop. But we don't understand that a tree don't come down without the last chop. It came down with the first, second, third, fourth, fifth, and all the chops that came after that tree brought down that tree. Yes, and that is what we do on this program. We recognize if you all are doing good, we are here to highlight it. We are not here every week to come here and lambaste the Chaguanas Borough Corporation. We don't like that. We don't like that, but you give us no choice, Mr. Faik Mohammed. You are the only one who holding legitimate office at this point in time.
Yes.
You are the only one. All the rest, their term have expired, right? And they are trying to facilitate the last job specs that they had maybe sent in applications for and give quotes and all these things. But again, you, Mr. Faik, you are the only one. That borough right now should be handed over, especially now, to the central government, where they would take the prerogative to do what is necessary to keep at this point in time.
Yes.
Because a lot of things happen. We are saying this here on Sentinel Media Broadcasting, that many of those accidents, I am telling you, if the roads were better, if there was not so much depressions on the roadway, if there were not so much potholes on the roadway, many of those accidents, right, could have been avoided, right? We are telling you this. Plenty. And then again, I'll tell you another thing. Road, you see, I normally try to do a little forensic before I come on show. Right, Prem? And I tell you something. and I brought it up last week in our program, when people have to make undue hustle. A man, you know, he wake up 4:30 this morning, and he go to work, right? And maybe he is a cleaner with the government of the day. You know, normally by 10:30, they would come home, right? And they would come home, but when they look at the funds that they are generating, it cannot accommodate the high cost of living. So
he cannot, in simple words, Imam, he cannot make ends meet.
Correct. And what this guy is going to do, or this woman, not only guy, is woman also.
A side hustle.
Yeah, she's going to look for a side hustle. A man is going to do a side hustle. And maybe the easiest thing for them is to pull bull.
Yeah.
Or maybe do some shuttle service, or carry some school children, or bring somebody back home. This is what they are going to do.
And that is a real hustle.
And that is a hustle now. You have to be stressed out because you already gotten up 4 o'clock in the morning, 3:30. And then you have to go and pick up school children. You have to go and work a little PH. And all these things. That is the problem. These are the things that is bringing undue death toll on the roadways of Trinidad and Tobago. We have to sift it. We have to go out there with a fine-teeth comb and try to understand what is going on. We can't allow this. You know, when I remember this. When there was one murder, right? People was lamenting and complaining and saying a man died in Princeton.
That used to be talk of
that was the talk. Yeah. People would just talk and they would feel sorry. You would feel the passion in their words, how they speak. No man they're getting killed like chicken. Man getting shoot down like, you know, like it's birds in the sky. This is what is happening in our country. And you know, some 5 and 6 by group. They are dying by group. Right? 5 and 6 people are being killed every single day, and it has become a custom. It has become so accustomed to our system that, you know, we have become so immune, we don't really care anything anymore.
Exactly.
So my friends, again, you, the citizen, don't only hide behind, you know, social media and feel that, you know, you can say things and get away. In this studio, we will find you. We will find you wherever you are. And we're not threatening you. We'll find you and we're going to highlight, ensure that what you are saying is the truth. If you are saying something that is the truth, right, whether it be against me or against Prem, we don't have a problem. But do not blaspheme and do not try to, you know, carry down our character or anything of that nature just to put some glory in your life for one day or 1 month or 1 week. Don't ever try that. So my friends, again, we are here Mondays, Wednesdays and Saturdays highlighting issues. If you want to call us, feel free. If you feel that you want to listen, because we have good listeners, we have people who really and truly listen. I just want to say hats off again to Brother Clyde. He's not well, and we have made dua supplications, and we are praying for his speedy recovery. And many, many persons outside there who are sick and ailing. There are people I know for a fact, you know this, right? You know people. Maybe you can say hello to some of them.
Before I do that, Imam, what I would like to say is that the Hunter Search and Rescue Team of this country, they are doing such a tremendous job. Whenever a child goes missing, right, they spring into action and they would find that child. And they have been given no recognition whatsoever. Okay? I would like the government of this day to give the national award to the members of the Hunter Search and Rescue Team. Okay?
Let's take a call. Caller, go ahead.
Okay, we have a call in the line. Hi, good afternoon, caller. Welcome to Sentinel Media.
Caller. Okay, caller, you can call us back. Call us back, because again, I tell you all, this is our system. Our system is like this. Sometimes you call a job. That is how the network are. You call her back on the line. Caller, hello.
Hi, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Chief. Go ahead.
Yeah. Imam, good afternoon to you. This is Roy here now.
Yeah, good afternoon.
I just calling for highlight the good work that you're doing, and you should come down we area now, around Charlieville there. We have a set of bad road, a set of pothole in the road, in the current Savannah road now. So we want to highlight that, because we find the male live right and the main doing nothing to we now.
Okay.
So we just want to highlight that. And see if you could give me some help in the area now.
All right, okay. Thank you very much. That's Roy.
Yeah.
That's a resident of Caroni Savannah Road. And he's saying again that he lives in the proximity of the Shawana's mayor. Again, my friends, please, those of you who are locked on, maybe you can just send photos, send relevant information that we can highlight it. That we are not making up anything here to look good. We don't want to look good. We want the public to understand that you have a voice, and this voice has been created by Sentinel Media Broadcasting, where we highlight the atrocities that is taking place with our country, with the citizens of our country, and what is happening in our society, how we can better rectify them, and how we can, indulge ourselves by communicating with you, the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago. Prim?
That is our sole purpose, and that will remain our focus. Okay? To highlight what is affecting our people, to bring it to the fore, and to probably get some measure of satisfaction to our people. Okay?
Right. So again, those of you are locked on, and this is an extended invitation. This is an extended invitation for you all, right? All political entities in Trinidad and Tobago. We are giving you an opportunity to meet your burgesses via Sentinel Media Broadcasting, where you can come identify some of the problems that you as an individual going up for the election, and you can be able to identify some of the problems that you are faced with, you are challenged with on a daily basis. Hence the reason you have thrown your hat in the ring. That's the reason I think people should go in there. They're going to contest the election, right? They shouldn't just go into contest the election because they feel that it have benefits. I will go in there, and maybe I will win a seat, and then maybe I will sell my seat for $1 million, or I might sell my seat for $500,000, and I might get something out of it. And then you are going to breach the trust of the people who voted you, because when somebody votes you, I just want people to know this, I just want people to know this, that if a councillor go up, right, and as we talk about councillor there, we are hearing a lot of situation taking place right now with councillors when it comes to LGBT and all these things around the country. Now, we really don't want to dwell in that, because we don't want to give other people the upper hand, and we don't want to discriminate when it comes to that, because there's an election coming up here, and we want it to be free, and we want it to be unbiased, right? So again, certain things we are kind of putting it on the back burner for the while, but that is not for long. That is not for long. We're not going to give anybody the upper hand. We are inviting you, the John public, or anybody who's going up for election, to come in studio and discuss on this program, Hard Facts, what is your main objective? What is your main objective of seeking to become a councillor or an alderman? Is it money? Is it fame? Is it because you want to have status and position? What is it that you really and truly go in there for? And you know something, people would say the last one, I would like to go in there to serve, and I want to help people and all these things. But basically, when they say that, you would realize it is the three first and then that last. Right? Think about it, Prim. Right? So again, my friends, we are about to close our program here today, and we're giving our callers the opportunity to call us 740-3347. Maybe you have something that maybe just popped into your mind and you would like to highlight it, because I tell you something, Trinidad and Tobago. Oh, I know I forgotten one thing. Director, just show me that pitch lake, please. The new pitch lake. I think that God has been listening to our program here. God has been listening to our program, and you will see that those of you who are locked on, that is surfacing right now on the network, media network and so forth. And it is a mini pitch lake that is evolving right now in Moruga, right? Now, I just hope and pray that this pitch lake is not going to be sold out again.
Yes.
I think that, the cries has been heard by God Almighty, and He said, okay, they don't sell that one. I'm going to give you a small one. Make sure you use this material to patch the holes for the normal, honest, loyal citizens of Trinidad and Tobago. So, my friends, as we close our program here today, I want to thank my friend Premchand Baldev for being such a good and kind co-host to me. Before he came, he brought sandwiches and he brought refreshments to our program for all members of staff. Prem, I want to say a heartfelt thank you, and may God bless you and the entire family for bringing refreshment for the members of staff in our studio here.
Before we close, Imam, I would like to send a shout out to a very good friend of mine, Mr. Jules Mercer and his wife. They are church-going people, very, very honest people. To Pastor Andrew Darlene, Pastor, good afternoon to you and your flock, so to speak. To Mr. Brian Mercer, from Diego Martin. Brian called me. He said, Prim, tell the Imam. I said, great programming. I said, so what about me? He said, nothing for you. So I had to take that. All right. So Brian, thank you again. To my auntie, Gauri in New York. She's in Trinidad right now. Viewing our program also. Thank you very much. And Imam, what can we say? Until next week again.
Yeah, again, Prim, I'll tell you something. Your partner, Musa from he's a very intelligent guy.
So
No, he's very, very intelligent. He knows exactly how to put things in place. Really and truly, he was saying that to you. Right? But he used me. He used me.
I know Mr. Brian was he is a real two-tongue man.
Okay, he was using that really to lift you, but he used it sarcastically for me. But no problem. I want to say thanks again to all our loyal listeners, especially members of the community of Felicity, Endeavour, Monroe, especially our central listeners, because I tell you something, we have a lot of persons who are listening, who are viewing our program. Sometimes they do not view it now, because you will look at our statistics now, maybe 200 people, 150 persons, and by tomorrow morning you're going to realize that it has elevated to 17 and 18 and 2,000 persons viewing our program Hard Facts. So heartfelt thanks to everyone, and those of you who feel that you're still feeling scared, that you don't want to call us because people would know your voice. A man told me that today. That's the reason why I bring it up. He said, man, boy, my voice is a voice everybody will know. I say, hey, listen carefully. If you don't want to voice it, write it. So send me a text, tell us what you are really and truly experiences outside there, and we are going to highlight it for you. We don't need any cash, we don't need any monies, we don't need any praises. All we need is that you continue sharing our program, subscribe to our channel, and let people know that there is a program, Hard Facts, that you can highlight your atrocities that is plaguing you on a daily basis. Imam Rashid Karen signing off until Saturday, where we're going to have, as I said before, we're going to have a person who is a Spanish person who is going to talk about this asylum business, where people are seeking asylum from Venezuela to Trinidad, and the law of Trinidad and Tobago have not really and truly stipulated that that is a permissible act. All right? So God bless our nation, God bless our leaders, and again, hats off to all our loyal listeners. Prem, thank you, and may God bless all of us.